Richard, nice to get back to winning ways.
Well, yeah, we've not won at home for a while, so it's a long time coming. Obviously, we played in the middle eights, and well, we just reflected on a little bit of that. We've not put on a performance at home for a long time, but that was a tough game, and realistically, we did think the game was won with sort of 15-20 to go, but you can never write off Leigh, and we went for a drop goal at the end, which cleared the main stand, didn't it? It was that high, the drop goal. But they all count. But it was a tough game, and we must credit Leigh for their resilience and how John's put them together in a short period of time. And they're playing as a team. They never gave up. They give it to us. But for our boys, really pleased. I thought our pack was immense. I really did. I thought we're a little bit ill-disciplined at the moment. We need to tidy that area up. I think it could be our undoing if we don't, because we give a couple of penalties away and then they score, and then we don't complete the next set after we score and then they score. So, and what was it, 26 points? It's quite a lot for us, really, defensively. So there's still a bit to work on.
Pleased with some of the tries that we scored out there today? That's
probably the most pleasing aspect of that is, wow, we scored some a variety of tries off kicks, off keeping the ball alive. I thought our offload game, which has just come out of nowhere really, which was fantastic, and that's because you're playing with a bit of confidence and you can see what you're doing is working and people are in support. That was good. Some short side plays, our edge people were scoring, Steve Tyron, Sean. I thought he had a really good game, Sean. They put him under a lot of pressure with them kicks. We've got a great half-backs in Ridyard and Woods, and I thought they did a real good job executing their game plan. But we rose above it. We came through all of that, and yeah, really happy to get the 2 points.
Ben White seems to have fit in really well since he's coming at half-back as well. He had another good performance today.
Yeah, he did. He's got some nice touches. Kicking in good ball. He forced some repeat sets, and and he looks like he's growing in what we want to do and how we want our half-backs to play. We managed to bring Scott off with 20 minutes to go there. We wanted to have a look at Reece. Probably didn't see enough of Reece, but that was he's an exciting player. I wanted to get him on the field and just have a quick look. We obviously lost Ben Kay. He failed his Z test, so he couldn't play. So again, last week we lost Mitch Clark, we've lost Ben Kay, but we managed to come through all of that and come through with 2 points. Yeah.
Any other injury problems from today?
Kevin Leroy got an arm knock. Steve Tyron got a knock on the arm as well. It was a tough game. It was very, very physical. Simbin again. What did they have one sent off as well? We've got to be better. I think our discipline, whether we unravelled ourselves or they unravelled us, I'm not quite sure yet. But I think that's an area that 2 weeks running now we've got to address. But our attack, we went back to back, didn't we, on them in the second half try, kick off, full length try, and that was really good for us to be able to do that. Because they're a quality team. They'll be up there. They're a quality team.
You mentioned discipline. Do you think that's ourselves being ill-disciplined, or perhaps maybe?
That's what I said to you. I don't know if it was us or them. But if it's 2 weeks running, there's a consistent theme there that we need to look at. But I think Brandon Moore just reacted to getting punched in the face or pushed or whatever happened, and he got 10 minutes. But But it was a good game. I thought it was a good game. I thought that whoever, the crowd, over 2,000 there, I thought they got value for money. I thought it was for both teams. I think the Leigh supporters will go home pleased what they're trying to do, and our supporters will go home really pleased because we've got some things that we've probably not seen before. Some really good attacking threats. But now we'll go back to 20 odd points. We need to get better, and that was not all down to our discipline, but quite a lot. And
like you mentioned, Leigh probably going to be up there towards the end of the season, and good to get a win over a top 5 rival.
Yeah, I think so. There's a bit of pressure here today for us, for the team, playing at home against a team who they really give it to Toulouse last week. They were very, very good, and there'll be pressure next week for us as well. We're playing Batley next week, and they can be a dangerous team if you allow them to be. So we'll look at this, we'll review this slightly different to what we did last week. We were very negative. I was very negative last week after our performance against Widnes, but a quality team takes that on the chin, suits up again and goes out and puts on a display for the fans and themselves. Really, I thought we did that, so I was really pleased.
Cheers, Rich.
The goal line D, I know that you were critical of that, and I guess last week and partially that was because of all the penalties we conceded, but despite giving nearly as many away, you seem to be better on your own line.
We fixed that up, and we were right into that on Tuesday. The lads didn't leave college till 9:30 on Tuesday. We watched a lot of the game, and we went out and we did. We practiced quite a lot. All the teams will do that. There's no difference between Halifax doing it, but the difference is that they wanted it today. They wanted to rectify them areas, which is good. Some new players as well. If you think, our left edge is quite new with Kevin Leroy, Sean Robinson and Ben White. It's a new, Steve Tyra's in there, and he knows how to defend and how to play. I thought he played well today, Steve. I must mention Steve. I thought he was good for us today. Simon Grix was immense again. We didn't get to see him back on the field. I think we had a couple of subs, 2 or 3 subs in reserve as well. We're getting to grips with who needs rest and when, and I think we're a fit team as well.
You mentioned Simon. He seemed to be part of a lot of attacking players. Have you structured a few more of your players around him this year?
We wanted to do it last year, but we didn't. We played him in the back row as opposed to loose forward last year. And it's always about time of year and what you've got around you. But we've got, QLT was very good today. He did some of the tough stuff. He rolled his sleeves up today, I thought. And and if we can get the best out of Simon to then get the best out of Ben White and QLT, I think that's the path we're going down. We're not quite there yet, and defensively we still need to improve. But lots of positives. We look like a very good attacking team throughout the park. Which, when you've got Will Sharp, who he runs his blood to water every week, he's magnificent for us. And as I said, Sean come through a lot of adversity in that game. He could have took his bat and ball on, but he didn't.
And you can see as well that some of the players you are putting on, people maybe not just quite in the right place timing wise, but that will inevitably come as
slightly off the pace a little bit. I did think we missed some opportunities back on the inside today, where because they're a very aggressive team, they put you under pressure. Douglas Ashworth he's going to be a good player, and put you under pressure. And when I thought we could have gotten back a little bit against the grain, and I thought we missed a couple of opportunities, but we did enough when it counted. We had a 10-minute period in that second half where we were on fire. If we can replicate that for the other 70, we're going to be a tough team to play against.
Pleasing to see you new recruits. White, because I thought White, Kavanagh, Leroy are probably all of the best games.
Yeah, we've got to bear in mind we only had one, haven't we? I know we've had the friendlies and that, but they did. Yeah, they looked part of the team, didn't they? They looked like team players, part of the team, and they all did the job really well collectively. It worked today. As I said, there's a few things. The scoreline looks like it was quite a close game. In reality, I don't think it was. Second half, I thought we're in a strong position. But as I said, a couple of things to work on. Discipline. Still working on our combinations and our defence as well. But yeah, I'm pleased. I think we're a team at the moment.